Mark Langston with Terry Smith, AM 830. The Angels getting beat 4-0 versus the Texas Rangers. And yesterday the Rangers beat the Angels wearing their blue tops after going 0 for 20 in those blue tops. The Angels lose with the Rangers wearing the blue tops. So that's just absolutely pathetic. So it doesn't look like the Angels are going to make the playoffs. And the only bright spot is Shohei Ohtani is pitching, and his bat possibly has a chance to get 61 home runs to pass Roger Maris and Babe Ruth's record for most home runs in one season. But other than Shohei Ohtani, and of course the Angels baseball players individually, they've all had pretty good seasons, the ones that have played, but they've been injured, the stars, most of the season. They've been without the MVP, Mike Trout. They've been without Anthony Rendon, who signed from the Washington Nationals. And it's funny because the Washington Nationals World Series team just flopped to other teams, and it seems like the Dodgers got the best end of that Washington Nationals trading deals, getting the speedster Trey Turner, a really good leadoff player and a good defensive player, and also Max Scherzer today with those 13 strikeouts versus the St. Louis Cardinals. The Dodgers bounced back to beat the St. Louis Cardinals yesterday, or today, and I want to say that I can understand the logic of the Dodgers putting in Scherzer on Monday, not pitching him versus the Giants, because it's just as good him winning the game after, because they did lose 2 out of 3. Now they're 2 out of 4, and now from the 50% mark at 24 games, it's going to be interesting to see if the Dodgers pitching staff can win either the division or get to the wild card. Because if the Dodgers offense continues to struggle, it is possible that both the Reds and Padres make the wild card and the Dodgers don't, if the Dodgers go on a losing streak. Now, there was a comment by a caller criticizing the manager of the Dodgers, Dave Roberts, and I guess that's something you just don't do on either AM 570 or with David Vassegh or the Dodger group. This is his 6th season, and I wanted to criticize some of the moves by Coach Roberts, but I was hesitant because I do understand baseball has a lot of position players, and he does know what he's doing, but there are some questionable things that he does during the game, starting with some of these starting lineups and the orders of the lineup. But I personally do not think, as David Vassegh said, that this is his best season managing a broken team or an injured team. In my opinion, the 2017 Dodgers, the team that the Astros won the World Series, I think the 2017 Dodgers was the best baseball team, maybe of all MLB, of all time, even though they did not win the World Series. They were just that good. They went on a winning streak, I believe it was 50-7 at one stretch. They were really good. And that team just did not mess around defensively. They were just defensively sharp, offensively skilled. They ran the bases, and they were so good that they added a pitcher that they did not even need, getting Darvish and having him pitch the 7th game. It would have been interesting to see if they did not make that move, and if they would have pitched either a relief game or went with another starter, the outcome of that game different than it was. Although the Astros were caught for cheating, the Dodgers did not win Game 7, and the manager's the one who inserted Hugh Darvish in that game. And in my opinion, the Astros were already familiar seeing Darvish already, and that was one reason why he was knocked out early in that contest, Game 7, the Astros and Dodgers Game 7 of the World Series. The best Dodgers baseball, in my opinion, Coach Roberts in 2017. So right now we're listening to AM 830, the agonizing AM 830 broadcast. The Angels can't even score a run on Labor Day. And, it's the reason why I just didn't want to go to any games, because I'm almost afraid they're going to get shut out. I went on a game spree where they won 5 games in a row when they had different players, the pre-Albert Pujols Angels, the Mike Napoli Angels, getting tickets. But this season, the Angels, I would have to say, the caliber of players and the quality of wins this season just does not match up. And it's a shame that they're not making the playoffs when they're able to beat the Yankees 2 out of 3 and go toe-to-toe against a very good powerhouse team like the New York Yankees. I mean, you got to look at the New York Yankees lineup, starting with LeMahieu, but then it goes Stanton, Judge, Rizzo. I mean, really? And then you have Gary Sanchez. You have Voit. I'm forgetting a player here. Somebody help me out here. I mean, Aaron Judge by himself, he's a former MVP. So they have 5-6 players in the first batting lineup strong enough to win any game. I'm going to leave the take right there. Right now it's 4-0, the Rangers. And this game's the final. So Terry Smith is on the broadcast. I'm going to leave the take right there at youtube.com, Jamestown, California. So the Rangers using 4 pitchers. The Angels shut out 12 times this season and 6 times the goose egg at home. That's a stat that no team should be proud of, in my opinion.